Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What the fuck is wrong with me today? Good afternoon or good
Already
evening,
lagging.
however you want to see, wherever you are.
Already lagging.
I'm already lagging. No way. No way. I'm not lagging already.
Already lagging. It lagged like
There's
a
no
good.
way.
It was good. It was like a good second.
Damn. Oh well. Well, anyways. Good evening, everybody. This is Big Philly 305. Welcome to another episode of Miami Fan Talk, Fins Talk with your boy, Mr. Boss Man 407, and special guest Victor
Hello.
from the Jersey Boys Sports Talk Network, y'all. What's going on, Vic? How
What's
you
up,
been, man?
gentlemen?
How's
Thanks,
everybody?
thanks
Happy
for having me on the
Saturday.
show. Everybody's good. Great Thanksgiving. Good time with the family.
It's always a
You
good
know,
time this time of year. It's nice and chilly out here in
today was
Miami.
a
You know what I'm
little
saying?
weird day. I don't know why.
Oh, well
Yeah, it
every
was
day's a
nice. It
weird day.
was in Orlando. It was not fun working outside.
It's
Oh, wait,
cold.
you guys are 50 up there, right? You guys are like 50, right? Up there in Orlando? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 60. We're 62 down here. And
Here's
you're
us
in you're in
complaining about the 50s and 60s
Jersey,
in the
right, Vic?
wintertime.
Nah, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, baby.
For
Oh
a
wow,
lot
yeah, that's
damn.
right. There was somebody on your show that's from in Jersey, right? Or
Uh,
you were in Jersey
well,
that
that
show.
time, the last show I did, I was in Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah, you were in.
from
I
my
think
from
at
my
your sister's
hometown.
house or something.
From my hometown,
Yes,
my brother's house. Yeah.
yes, it's your brother's house. That's what it was. Up there it's probably super fucking cold. Up there it's probably freezing.
Yeah.
So
I don't even want to. I don't even want to. I just don't. But that'd be crazy.
yeah, so you can attest. It's beautiful weather outside. It's hence why I'm outside in the patio tonight. It's beautiful weather out tonight. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boss Man, if you froze yourself to death today outside, but I worked inside, so I was good.
50's not so bad. 50's not so bad. I love it cold.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
don't.
I
I
mean,
thrive in the heat.
really, we're big dudes. Typically, big guys. We like the cold weather, man.
No, man. I
I'm
can't.
a fucking
Look,
polar bear. I'm a fucking polar bear.
I worked outside during the 2013 Arctic. I call it the Arctic blast up in the Kentuckiana area, Louisville, Kentucky, southern Indiana. It was
Okay.
literally negative 20 degrees, and I was working 12-hour shifts in the icy rain and the snow all day. After that, my body said, "Yep, go south." So south
Literally,
I went.
I feel you. Well, I mean, I don't blame you because Kentucky, that's another level of cold weather, bro. It's
Oh,
fucking
I know.
nuts.
It's crazy. It's not fun.
It
Like,
is. No, it's
much
not.
love to my family that I have up in Kentucky because I do have some family and friends up in Kentucky. But no, thank you.
Well,
It is as simple as that.
let's talk a little football, y'all. It was another
Talk a
great
little
week.
football.
It's another great week for the Dolphins, putting that spanking on them Commanders.
Got that
Um,
W.
you know the thing with the Commanders, man. I'm actually a little upset on how they played this year because I didn't have high expectations, but they were definitely a lot more with that, especially with that defense. I thought they would be a lot better than where they have been, but kind of like Atlanta, in my opinion, they're a quarterback away. And now I don't know what's going to happen with Ron Rivera.
Howell's putting. What are you talking about? Howell's putting up major numbers, dude.
I don't know, bro. Well, then
What do you
is
mean?
it
No, the
Howell
brother's
or
putting up numbers.
hey?
Howell's kid. This ain't the quarterback. This ain't a quarterback issue.
So it's a coaching issue.
It's just everything issue. I like Ron Rivera. Latin guy. I want him to coach, but you're not winning. It's new ownership. They give you your time, give him the respect. He's still a good coach, but at the end of the day, Sam Howell's putting up some serious numbers, dude.
Howell is literally the only person on that team worth a damn.
Right. So you're
Whoa,
saying he's a
Some
quarterback
some
away.
some some teams are a quarterback away.
whoa,
The Commanders got
whoa.
the quarterback. They just got nothing else.
Yeah,
Hold
and
up,
it's
hold up. They
sad.
got Scary Terry at the wide receiver spot.
Yeah, I've been
Okay,
telling
they
you.
got Brian Robinson Jr., who isn't good back. He's not an elite back yet, but he's a young, good, serviceable back in this league. So you have some pieces. Their offensive line is fucking atrocious. Okay, they got rid of their two studs on the defensive line, in my opinion, with
That's what killed them. I don't know why
and
they did
Young
that.
and Sweat. I don't know why the fuck they got rid of their anchors. You already had two great defensive tackles, so their secondary is not too bad either. They got some nice young pieces out there.
Dude,
But again,
Howell has 3,400 yards passing,
I gotta
dude.
look. I
Well,
gotta
you
look up
gotta
the
also
stats.
remember something about Howell too.
He's a slinger, man.
And now because of that, and because the Commanders are always playing from behind, of course you got a team that's winning like the Miami Dolphins. It's still kind of weird to say. I'm used to us having bad luck, but like the Miami Dolphins, we're gonna, we're in the second half. Okay, run the ball. Don't you better not pass that ball. Run the ball. Whereas Sam Howell's like, I need to throw this football. So he has the yards. I mean, he's number one.
Dude, you gotta
he
complete him though. You can't
you
just
do
say
have to
that.
complete them.
Come on,
You
you
have to
can't.
complete.
You're dogging the brother. You
I
just
ain't
said
talking.
that.
I just
You
said
said
they got.
you said
I
he's the
just
best
said they
player
got
on
the
the
quarterback.
team.
I just said they got the quarterback.
He's right, but then you try to justify why he got 3,400 yards. The brother got 3,400. I think he's number
No,
two.
he does. He does.
He's
He
number
got
two in the
3,400
NFL.
yards.
The guy can play. It ain't him.
He can play, and he's the only one on that team that
I
can
mean, I
play
can see if he
besides
put
like
up
two other people.
numbers, he put up decent numbers, and he was in the middle of the pack. And this, I think he's number two in throwing.
That's what I'm saying. They're forced to throw all the time, and because he's able to
I
complete
mean,
them,
look,
which
bro,
is why
he's
he's
got
up
there.
there.
Hold
So
on,
I
but
was
listen.
justifying it by saying they're always behind, while also still going. Yeah, Sam Howell can throw that ball. So
But
that's what I was trying to get at.
he can throw the ball, but
So,
he's also got 18. He's got 14 interceptions and 18 TDs. That's not
That's
good.
where I was. That's where I was gonna get to. So, look, man. Yeah, he might have 3,400 yards, but yes, he has 18 touchdowns, and he has 14 INTs. He's ranked 21st in QBR, 47.9.
Right. What's he ranked in yards? Passing
Fucking
yards.
probably. He's probably
Number
up there
two.
because.
Number two. Dude,
Yeah,
he put
bro,
up.
but
Listen to
you're
me,
putting up.
Cardinals.
Okay,
Listen
but
to
you're
the
putting up
Cardinals.
yards, but you're
200
giving
points,
up the ball
300,
too.
200 points. Yeah, but when you're behind, he's taking chances, and your defense doesn't help you out either, right? I mean, there's a combination. You're right. He's a but that shows he's also a gunslinger, right? They're going to throw interceptions. He's got to fix
Right.
that. That hurts the team. But
He does have to
still
take
got
chances,
he
though.
still got to complete because he's losing.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to complete the ball. He's got 200 yards against the Cardinals, 300 against the Broncos, 170 against the Bills. The Bills got a good defense. The Eagles got a good defense, 290. The Bears defense is pretty good, 388. Falcons 151. Giants defense ain't that good. He put up 249 against the Eagles again. He did the Eagles twice for over 300 yards.
But my whole thing is, right, you're playing from behind, right?
He put Patriots 300 yards, Seahawks 200 or 300 yards, Giants 256, Cowboys he put up 300 yards. The Dolphins held to 127, and that's because you had the ball.
Here's the thing, and this is what I'm trying to say, right? I get it. He's playing from behind, but they put themselves
We
in
can
that
leave Howard
situation.
alone. You stop.
Hold on, but
you got me going with that one.
wait,
Sorry, bro. You kind of
wait,
dogged the
Howell,
one guy
hold
that's
up.
good.
Hold up. And you got to
Wait,
understand where
who
I'm
dogged
coming
him?
from
Me or
too.
Philly? Because I said
I dogged him.
Philly.
Okay, I'm about to
Even
say. I'm about to
Philly.
say.
I
He
dogged him.
he said they're
And
a
I'm gonna
quarterback
keep
away.
dogging
I'm like,
him.
shit.
Hold
I'll take
up,
that
hold
quarter.
up,
I'll take that
hold up.
quarterback.
Hold up. All right. You got to understand
Welcome
something.
back, Big Philly.
I know, right? He still puts himself in that situation. You turning the ball over 14 times, and he also put 2 balls on the ground with 2 fumbles. So you're talking about 16 fucking turnovers in 13 games. 16
Bro.
turnovers. The
I
team
got you.
itself.
Don't justify it. The brother can play. He's playing from behind. Mr. Boss Man just said their offensive line is atrocious, right?
Well,
I mean, you got
sacks.
so many other things.
56 sacks.
Come on, when the brother get hit, shit, I'd be scared running throw the ball to the other team too. I don't want to get hit.
Hey, but Tannehill, but hold on, I'm gonna give you something a little similar. Because when Tannehill was sacked 54 times, he threw for 3,600 yards, and he threw for, I think, 10 INTs? Something like that, like 24 touchdowns.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Again,
but he
there's a
also had
difference.
for who? He did that for who? The Dolphins? Or he did it
For
for
when he was with
Dolphins.
Miami. Yeah, the year that I think the year that he got hurt or the year before he got hurt, something
And
like
you
that.
know
Yeah,
what
it was
I
something
said?
similar to that.
When Tannehill was our quarterback, I was one of the few people who was saying Tannehill's not the problem. Our offensive line is fits the line. You get a better passer out of Tannehill. I didn't want to discard Tannehill. I wanted him to stay and us to beef up our offensive line.
Mhm.
I
Derrick
didn't.
Henry. Derrick Henry
But,
doesn't hurt him either. Vrabel. I mean, he's got a lot of good pieces around him.
yeah, but you know what? Look, he lost his job. So,
Who?
I mean, it just goes. Oh, Tannehill, he lost his job to leave this.
When you
So,
ain't winning,
or no,
you
is
got
he out for the year? No, he's out. No, that's it. He actually fucked up the snap on that field goal last week that cost them the game or something like that because he missed something. I think the laces were out or some shit. So,
Laces out,
um,
Dan.
just just goes to show you where he is now compared to where he was then. But either way, I digress. You know, this Washington team definitely was missing a spark offensively. Scary Terry, 0 receptions for 0 fucking yards. Just saying.
yeah. No, it was
But
bad. There was
Samuels, yeah, Samuels he had a decent game. I think he went for 60 yards receiving. Um, so definitely a lackluster, just lacking offensively for Washington. Obviously Van Ginkel, our boy, the one and only. I even made my
He went
little
off.
bang,
Hey.
bang. You know,
I became
he
Van
had a
Giegel.
great
All
game.
right.
Yeah, man, hey, you got to give him credit. He stepped up. You know, obviously against that Black Friday game against the Jets, we lost a key fucking player to our defense in Jalen Phillips. And he did his job, you know, coming in with that next man up mentality. He is on a contract year as well, Van Ginkel. So, you know, he's got to put some great tape out there for this next team if he does decide to leave Miami or if Miami decides to even offer him a contract, which I think they will, but it's just more of will it be in the right price range for
They're
him?
crazy if they don't offer it.
They can't offer everybody, dude. And that's the thing, you know, that's what people don't understand. Like you gotta pay Wilkins, you gotta pay Holland, you gotta pay all these guys. You got Cater, I think he's got one more year. Um, so you gotta pay a lot of pieces. You got Robert Hunt that you need to
No,
pay.
I understand. As a GM, I'm
So
paying AVG.
I don't
That's just
know,
the
bro. You
thing.
got a
I'm
lot of
paying
other
AVG.
pieces, bro. You got to come to a conclusion. Depth is not. You got to take care of your starters. You have too many starters that are going to be available in free agency, and that's the biggest thing. So you got to be careful with that, right? Um, just real quick, what's going on, Falcons fan? What's going on, Danny? Cap for life, my boy. Hey, man, Cap for life.
Cap for
Man, that's
life.
my boy. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a minute. But um, I'll start with Vic. What was your? Did you watch the Dolphins Commanders game, or you did?
yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of Red Zone because I want to watch a lot of football.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I back and forth. When the Dolphins are
with,
playing this
and
Sunday,
the
straight Red
Dolphins
Zone.
were on the red zone most of the time, putting up 45 points. You know, and I just don't. You know, after the Bucks beat Tampa Bay with Tyreek Hill, you would think defensive teams would figure it out. Okay, how does he go to the Dolphins and you're still trying to play him man on man? Like I don't. You can't. You throw that guy a 5 yard out. He's running. He's gonna turn that into 20, 30 yards. So I don't understand how he's just blowing past these dudes. I mean, the Bucks doubled up. They figured they let every Kelsey get anything underneath me beat me, but I'm putting two men back because I am not letting that little cheetah get behind me while Mahomes is doing his playmaking stuff. Right? That's how they shut him down. And good for Tariq. He's putting up some, record numbers. Tua's putting up numbers. Your offense is up there, so I give him credit. So I watched the game. I thought it was well, but just the Commanders, just terrible. Giants, terrible. I mean, that's a team that I'm more depressed after my fourth year of my podcast than I was when I started my podcast when Eli was just turning it over to Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? They're just terrible. It's like my co-host will tell you they're like 1972 terrible.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty. I mean, you gotta respect Cheetah's speed. And the thing is, you can't play. I mean, you can play zone the entire game, um, but if you do want to take away that first read, you're gonna have to play a lot of press. You're gonna have to have. There's gonna be plays where you're gonna have to leave guys on an island. And especially depending on the lineup. And then, yeah, you might go into a zone, but then they start doing all that shifting.
You could
And
go
when they
man.
start,
You could go man zone. You could go man the cover two. Then let them
you
go.
can until they start moving everybody around. That's the
Yeah,
biggest
but
thing.
dude. Okay, how many? What's the record? 8-3, 9-3.
9-3, 9 and
Okay,
3.
after 12 games, you ain't figured out this guy's going to put 2,000 plus yards on it. So they're obviously not playing enough of what they need to do to slow him down.
There is one team that figured out how to take care of Hill, and it showed because
It's
it
one
was
bad game though, right?
the Buffalo Bills game.
Yeah, it's just one bad game on his
I
part,
mean,
right?
I'm not gonna lie. The coach was smart. He told the players play kind of a zone, fake man zone.
Mm-hmm.
You go with them, then you pass him off, and you go back down. And Tua was
Didn't I
just
just say
completely
that?
flabbergasted. So
Didn't I just say that? You play a man zone and let him go, and then let him go into the zone. Then the next man spies
yep,
him.
you did.
I just finished saying that. That's it. You can't go 12 games in that, and he has one bad game. He's still
One bad
putting up
game.
one bad game. He's gonna put up 2,000 yards.
Oh, and about the 2,000-yard thing, I think if because I'm confident he's going to get the 2,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's just now my big question is, will he get it done in 16 or 17? And to the people who are going to be like, oh my God, it took him 17 games. When we went from 12 to 14 or 14 to 16, all the records then got broken again in the 16 game bracket. So, of course, when you add the 17th game in there, records are going to start being broken. But I do think that Tyreek will deserve the record no matter what.
Yeah,
I think,
that's all bull crap. Because listen, from my opinion, his yards after the catch is what you got to see. Okay, because when Randy Moss put up 21 touchdowns when they went undefeated, right? They were just bombs. You know what I mean? They was just fly pattern. That's why he was one of the few elite receivers or athletes on offense that can go to New England and make an immediate impact. Why? It's because he only had like 2-3 plays, and most of the time it was a fly pattern. Okay? Because their book is twice the size of everybody else. That's why Ocho Cinco, Terrell Owens, all of them had a tough time. Just too many plays. You understand? But you got Randy Moss, 6'4", 40-inch vertical, runs a 4.2. Just throw the ball in the air. Right? But the Cheetah, man, once he catches the balls when you want to watch him. He's not he's just not beating you by himself deep. He's beating you deep. He's beating you when he catches the ball. He's beating you on a shot. I mean, the way he's doing it, I don't think anybody should put anything on anything. I don't care how many games on it, because he's exciting to watch. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not, again, like I said, I'm not taking away from anything from Randy Moss or anything. He's not just doing a fly pattern and beating you. He's doing, he's so fast that he could do different moves with enough seconds. Think about it. 3 seconds, you have 6 seconds, maybe.
Look at that misdirection where he was like this, and then he had to very quickly go like this, and he found it while still like just moving and really quick. I mean, we'll obviously talk about that play a little later.
Also, the catches he's making. That one catch he made, I think, against the Chargers, where Tua just threw a perfect pass right over the guy's head. That just landed right over his head.
In the end zone?
In the end zone, remember in the corner?
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal pass, but that's a hard catch.
Yeah.
It's not an easy catch. Going backwards and just coming right over the head. I don't care what you guys say. That's a hard catch. He's done a great job. Man.
And for the record, I think Hill will get it in 16 games.
It don't matter. I think he's going to get it, and I want him to get it. And
Oh, me too. Me too.
And the Dolphins win. It's even more important that they win the conference and he gets it.
Now, if I have, you tell me you can only take the red pill or the blue pill, 2,000 yards or appearance in the AFC Championship, picking this one.
AFC Championship.
That's for sure.
Long. All day long.
If you were to tell me one of the two guys, Tua or Tyreek Hill, will be crowned MVP, Super Bowl appearance, taking this one all day long. This doesn't mean squat unless we get to here. So.
Yep.
That's
Santiago, what's up, bud? Nice background, Vic.
So you got my artwork. Yeah, nothing trumps championships, right? And nothing trumps getting there either, right? As the elder in this group, back in the days when Buffalo went there 4 times, they were like the butt of a lot of jokes. But then as you get older, you realize, man, if that was my team was there 4 times. Like I got to watch my team eating my buffalo wings, my things, watching my team. That's not easy to do. 4 times in a row.
Now, I do want to say really quickly, we are in the 50th anniversary since we went undefeated and won the Super Bowl. And we actually have a chance to end the regular season 14 wins with the 3 losses, but 14 wins. So it's kind of like is this?
No.
So, Santiago.
Do you say that the Patriot fans are going to eat you alive? Because they
can eat me alive all they want.
They did 17 straight, and then it took my boys from New York to take care of them, right? But they went 17-0, bro.
If I'm the player, Super Bowl ring or the Hall of God, that would be so tough.
What's that? Say that again.
So
would you rather win a Super Bowl or get inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
I think
that's a great question, Santiago.
It's a question that you would ask, I think, an athlete, but everybody, I think, has mixed answers, right? It depends on which side you're on. If it's something where it's your dream to host a Lombardi, then I would assume you would pick winning a Super Bowl. If you're somebody who wants to be remembered as an all-time great, then I can see too that you would want to be in the Hall of Fame. So it just depends on what it is that's your prerogative and why you play the game, in my opinion. What do you think, Vic? Because I see you shaking your head, bro.
Because you're leaving a component out. What you just said is I don't believe probably would ever happen. Okay, what I heard you say, I'm going to repeat it back. If I want to be remembered as an all-time great, right, then I want to be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
Okay.
You'd want a Hall of Fame.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. That's what I heard you say, right? So if I had to choose,
it comes with it.
And what I'm saying to you is the guys that have the possibility to be an all-time great are the ones that rather have the Super Bowl. It's the Deion Branches of the world who won a Super Bowl, who got an MVP, and has no shot at getting in the Hall of Fame. Right? You got to think about that. There's not that many people make it to the Hall of Fame, right? So it's really getting in the Hall of Fame. It's always a battle of how good you were, and you want that Super Bowl. I think it's I think everybody would want a Super Bowl because it's just not that easy to get in the Hall of Fame.
Let me ask you a question. Right. So let me ask you a question then, right? You got guys like Nick Foles who had Super Bowl rings, right?
Non-Hall of Fame.
Non-Hall of Fame, right? But I'm pretty sure
he's happy as heck with NFL.
Because why? He already knows that he wasn't good enough.
That's my point.
But that's literally what I kind of just said. I was like, listen, it depends on.
No, you said if you want to be an all-time great, and I'm just saying if you want.
Right, but do you think Nick Foles?
You can't. Nick Foles knows he's not an all-time great because he's been a
Right. So then he's
backup
going to choose to one day,
most
hey,
of
I'd
the
rather
time.
win a Super Bowl. Chad Henne backed up, won a Super
Mhm.
Bowl as a
Yes.
backup. So there's certain players that don't care. Like, look at Dan Marino, never won a Super Bowl ring, but he's a Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure he would trade that in for a Super Bowl.
That's my
Ladainian
point.
Tomlinson.
It just depends, right? So it just depends on.
That's my
But
point.
Ladainian,
I'm saying the great players
well, actually, I don't
care
know if
more about the
Ladainian
Super
would.
Bowl. You know what I mean? Because that's think about it. That's the mark on Marino. He was great, but he doesn't have a Super Bowl. Charles Barkley. Every time he gets in the argument with his boys, first thing they do is you ain't got a ring.
It's so
Right?
savage too.
I mean, they don't mess around. It's you know, but they do it worse to Barkley because Marino's not out as exposed as Barkley is all the time. But you know, every time Barkley gets into it, I don't care either. Where's your ring? Right? So it's about when you're a great player, you want that Super Bowl.
But then you're gonna have players that weren't great that still have that Super Bowl, and that's
And
where
they,
my thing
and
is.
they'll never make it to. You're right. I'm just saying
Yeah,
to you, the difference is the great players would take the Super Bowl first because if they're that good,
everything else will fall into place.
exactly. The
Yeah,
guys that are, you know, the smaller percentage of getting in is hard because even some of the guys that were really good when their class they're competing against is hard. There's some guys that were deserving to get in a lot earlier than they did.
look how long it took Zach Thomas to get in. So
You're right.
Yeah.
Or
Zach.
Sam Morris, the other small little linebacker from the Saints. Was it Morris? Yeah.
Um. So I got the stats pulled up from that Washington game. At least for us offensively, right? So Tyreek Hill obviously scores offensively 93 with, I'm assuming this is receiving because this is passing, with a 93 overall. That's what PFF ranked them. But there's some stuff here that I kind of want to go over because the biggest thing that we've criticized all offseason, the biggest thing that we criticized kind of the past couple weeks was the offensive line. Had a great game. They had a great game pass blocking. Robert Hunt scored 67, which wasn't too bad. Which wasn't too good. Austin Jackson scored 65, but then you had a couple good, good pass blocking rating. 85, obviously Armstead. You have what was the other one, buddy? I had here. Uh, Lester Cotton, 77, ranked 77 PFF scored 77, which is
Yeah.
a big improvement from the past 2 weeks. Obviously, getting some more reps in and being able to go ahead and assist. You also have Keon Smith, the other left tackle that came in for Armstead, scored 83. So you had a couple nice stops there. No sacks were given up last week. There was 3 hurries the entire game. But other than that, not even actually one quarterback hit the entire fucking game. So shout out, kudos to the offensive line for doing their job and getting it done and getting down and dirty against the Commanders. Because the Commanders game too was a little wet too. It was raining up there in Washington, so it was really cold and muggy. So shout out to them for holding it down offensively. And I mean, you really got to talk about this.
You had 20 first downs.
Yeah,
That's
I was getting there next. 20 first downs, 10 of them were passing.
That's 4. That's 5 a quarter.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, there were 7 for 13 on third down and 2 for 2 on fourth. So we had a productive day offensively.
21st down, 21st. That's 5 per quarter. That means just think about it. You got a shot at 20 plays.
To me, this is the first game we've had for all 3 phases of the ball.
Literally, actually, and you know what I'm reading here? The quarterback hit that was let up wasn't an offensive line that let it up. It was Raheem Mostert.
Yeah,
Raheem Mostert gave up the hit. So he gave up the hit and whatever this PF is, I don't know what that is. So just to goes to show you, it wasn't all that bad. Julian Hill, the rookie tight end, had an 83 scoring, grade for PFF. 60% or a grade of 60 for run blocking and a grade of 70 for pass blocking. So kind of tight end play. That was a great turnaround for our tight end play here with the young rookie stepping in. So that was nice to see against this Washington team, which I thought would have. I was kind of hoping it was going to be a closer game, but it just again, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, especially with Cheetah. There's a lot that you have to worry about with Miami's offense, and if you're not able to take away that first read against Tua, you're going to have a very difficult game. If you take away that read from Tua, that first read, you're going to have a very good day on the defensive side. But that's just my opinion. So it's it's a great game. It was a great game in my opinion. So I was happy.
So I got somebody in my comments who shout out to Henry for the comments. Thank you for listening in, buddy. He is definitely saying Tyreek Hill is his favorite player, and rightfully so. Honestly, Hill is probably the one player that's an active player because I have Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Dan Marino, and even Ryan Fitzpatrick jerseys. I don't have an active player jersey, but Tyreek Hill would be the one that I would want.
So let me pull up the Tennessee game. So let's move on to Tennessee because we've already kind of touched based on most of the stuff that we want to talk about. So obviously
anyway.
Yeah, that game really wasn't. Yeah, it was high scoring and
literally that last touchdown they got was our defense going, all right, that's fine. We're about to
win. Same as the Jets game. So the Jets' offensive scoring game was in garbage time because they are garbage.
I was actually nervous about this one because again, Sam Howell is an actual quarterback. Sam Howell. No, it's not. The Jets is more of a trap game than the Commanders.
Dude, any game under 500 for the Miami Dolphins is a fucking trap game.
No,
Miami is notorious
to have
for
that
losing
mentality.
That game. Dude, Miami's notorious for losing games they should win.
You're right. And this year they finally are. So you know what? I am knocking on wood, mister. I am knocking on wood. Because I do not want that to be the case.
Well, we got Tennessee, another game that we should be winning. I'm a little upset with the NFL, though. I'm a little upset because the NFL, not only did they put our beloved Dolphins against the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football, but they paired us up with another fucking game. What type of bullshit is that?
What do you mean?
There's two Monday Night Football games.
There's two Monday Night games on Monday. You got the Dolphins and the Titans, and you got the G-Men versus the Packers.
The Dolphins, the Titans game is the B game, while the G-Men is the A game.
Yeah,
which in my opinion,
they're gonna switch that fast.
No, we're airing on ESPN.
They're running. Yeah, they're running.
I watch Manning Cast anyways.
Manning Cast is hilarious. Tua, shout out to Tua, by the way.
For real.
Playing the strings, boy.
You know how we started off with Suham, Alabama? I was like, bro, don't do it. I'm a Florida State fan. I was like, Tua, no.
Yeah, that was first of all, Florida State got screwed.
They did.
And if they were going to I knew something possibly could have happened. I just still believe Georgia deserves that spot over Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Alabama shouldn't be in. They shouldn't be in.
Georgia was two-time champion. They lost one game. They won the championship where they lost the SEC. So it's like a fighter, right? A boxer. Back in the day, to beat the champ, you had to beat him bad. You couldn't just kind of get it even. You had to win. And I don't see how losing by 3 points in an SEC game gets you the right to jump 4 spots and drop another team 5.
Who, by the way, won with a third-string quarterback, but you're going to condemn that team because even though they won, won't have their starter in. I mean, we might as well say the Jacksonville Jaguars are no longer allowed to make the playoffs solely because Trevor Lawrence is down.
Well, they won't go far.
Did they confirm his injury? What was his injury?
I think it's a sprain.
Yeah, it's a high ankle sprain, or yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
So
he's pretty tough. But anyhow,
Yeah, he's a pretty tough cookie. Yeah. Anyhow, so next week or this Monday night game, right? So just kind of giving us a preview for this Titans team. Titans all power ranking is 27th overall. Power ranking defensively is dead last at 31st. Power ranking offensively is 28th. They have 64% of their offensive snap average, 40% run, 59% pass. Will Levis has a PFF grade of 58, and Tua Tagovailoa has a PFF grade of 90. Um, Passer rating clean, 107 to 117. Will Levis has 107 passer rating clean. Under pressure, 53 percent passer rating or 53 passer rating. So you got complete opposites, right? Complete opposites. Miami, on the other hand, um, when it comes to average like percentages of what they run, right? So run to pass, right? They're about the same, 58% to 41 with Miami, 59% to 40% with Tennessee, which is another reason why I think Tennessee is in the predicament that they're in, because Tennessee is a running team, and yet they're still passing the ball majority of the time. And that too could be too also because their offensive line is also atrocious, and they're not opening up holes for Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry's got to be like his rookie year when he was just fucking plowing everybody. Um, with that being said, um, Derrick Henry is the offense in that team with a PFF grade of 90. He is questionable with a head injury, um, which is fucking weird. But hey, because I thought he had a concussion that game, if I'm not mistaken, right? But then they came out and said that he didn't have a concussion.
Every player in the NFL can get away with that besides Miami. But I digress.
Literally, he's literally listed here as a head injury. But yeah, he doesn't have a concussion.
yeah, but
So,
when you got to it like staggering, like he's totally drunk back to the line, bro.
well, that's
You get
different.
on national TV.
Yeah, but look what they did to Teddy
Nobody's gonna
Bridgewater.
take. Nobody's gonna take that risk.
Well,
I
no.
understand. I understand too, but what about Teddy?
Yeah, but that's what I was about to bring up. Teddy didn't even hit his head, and they pulled him.
From the Jets
First play.
game the following week, first fucking play, had a result for
Didn't
third string
even hit.
quarterback.
His head didn't even hit the ground, and they
Well,
pulled him.
You don't know what Teddy said. You don't know. I mean, he may say, "Shoot, what the heck am I doing here? I'm gonna get my." he may have pulled himself out of the game. Like you don't know what goes on, man. Think about it.
it's
Right?
crazy.
Welcome back, Phil.
Yeah, you don't
Huh?
know.
Welcome back, Philly.
If you know what Teddy said, I'm out of here, man. This shit's cold. I am getting hit. I'm gonna
No,
survive for
well,
another
no.
second string contract.
And
You
now
know
he's with
what's
the
not going to be
Lions.
cold? Miami,
My
mid 60s, low 70s. Monday Night Football. So it's going to be probably,
It's gonna be mid 60s, mid to
yeah,
upper 60s. Other than
mid
the forecast, I was
60s.
kind, I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like 62, kind of like tonight, but it's not. Um, the good thing with the injuries right now, right? What that's going to impact this game, Justin Simmons, their defensive tackle, he's going to be out with a leg injury for this game. You have Wild, their tight end, is questionable. Fulton, their corner is also questionable, and their tackle Hubbard is on IR with a hand injury. So the biggest one is Simmons that's out with the leg injury. That's going to be great for our running attack with obviously with A-Chain and Mostert. So we should have a nice productive day running where they're going to be short-handed there in the interior defensive line for Tennessee. On Miami's side, we have Holland questionable. Brooks is still on IR. Jalen Phillips, obviously, he is done for the year. And Ahmed is still on IR. You have Jerome Baker questionable with the leg injury. Teron Armstead questionable with the leg injury, and Robert Hunt, yeah, questionable with a leg injury as well for this game. The over under currently right now is minus 13.5 over Miami, with the money line of minus 820. That's interesting. So that's where we're at. That's kind of like what the recap is. What do you guys think about this game?
It's you can't look past them. Do your job, win it, and because you got 3 tough games out of 6. You only need what 2 or 3. You only need 3 games to clinch, no?
No, if we win tomorrow on Monday night, and Buffalo loses to KC, we clinch.
Right, but if Buffalo wins,
Mm-mm.
you got to win a second game.
You sure? Because if they lose another, they're down 7.
Yeah. Well,
If we win on
you're
Monday,
9-3. That's 12. So there's
we'll end
five
the
games left.
season at 11-6. If we lose out, if we win on Monday night and then lose out, we're 11-6.
Big Billy, we are 9-3.
Yeah, so that's 12 games. You got 5 games left.
But we got 5 games. I'm thinking we have 4 games left.
So
That's
if
what
we
it is. I'm
win
thinking we
this
have 4
week
games
and
left.
against the Jets, and if the Bills
Let me
lose
see.
one of the next 2 games, we clinch.
So you got to win 2 games, and you can do it easily because you're harder. The harder games you got coming up is the ones you talk about. You got Baltimore, you got Kansas City, Baltimore, and Dallas. That's going to test you.
These fuckers. Hold on, I'm looking here.
Because the other
I'm
games
looking up.
you should win. Those are the next 3 games.
They're not giving me the clinching scenarios already.
I can already tell you.
All right,
As
either
soon as-
case,
But they're only
soon as
giving me
we
NFC.
win-
but even if you clinch in the next 2 games, you have to beat Buffalo. Like they put
I agree.
they put a spanking on you, right?
Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
You
Let me
want to
a-
go
let me ask
into
you
the
this.
playoffs knowing we beat them. You don't have to
Let me
beat
ask
them,
you this,
and you don't have to
Victor.
beat them bad. Just beat them. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, Victor. Let's say entering week 18, entering the 17th game in the NFL,
Uh-huh.
Miami Dolphins have already clinched first round bye.
Right.
Is that your mentality, or are you resting your entire starters, letting them get that rest, letting them get that R&R to be prepared for when they suit up in the divisional round?
If for the 17th game, look, I treat it. For me, no. I would treat it. Maybe give them a series or so, but you don't want to be off that long. You need especially offensively, you need rhythm, right? And defensively, you want to keep going, right? So I'd pick and choose, but I wouldn't rest everybody. I mean, you guys got a lot of guys. They're good. Linemen are hard to rest. You understand? So defensive linemen are hard to rest. But Tua, I'd protect Tua. I protect. What are you gonna do if okay, great question. So my question was, I wouldn't fully rest him like you said, but I would not play him the whole game, right? That's for sure. Okay, I let him get some reps, so
I
get the
respect that.
feel, get a little feel together, guys. We're clinched, baby. You know what I mean? Have some fun. Yeah, that's it. Get the hell out. Okay, but here's a question for you. Okay, you're in the 17th game, and Tyreek Hill needs to get his 2,000 yards in the 17th game. What do you do with him and Tua? Let's say something goes wrong and he needs 200 yards. Okay, not 5, not 60, not even 100. He needs 200, and him and Tua can put it up. Or let's say 150, whatever. Okay, let's not get too crazy. Let's say 150. What do you do? Now, that's questions for you, Mr. Boss, man.
I like that. Touche, my dude. Touche. I like that. That's a great one. As a fan or as a head coach?
Answer each way. Like, answer for the audience, answer it each way, right? This
As
is
a
your show.
fan, I'm saying go for the jugular. Get it, son. Get it. As a head coach, I'm saying you are sitting out the second half of this game. Don't even think about it. We need you. All it takes is one bad hit. All it takes is one bad hit.
And that's the incentive for the defense. team, right? I mean, they don't want to be the team that you scored the record on. So the 17th game, that defense wants you to already have it.
Yo, I can guarantee you, the second Tyreek Hill becomes within a game of getting the record, whether it be Ravens or Bills,
Mhm.
I guarantee you that team is going to have a very heartfelt come to Jesus meeting. We are not going to be the team that allows that little speedy runt to get the record. Hold him, allow them to get the yards by pass interference. Do not let him get the yardage to embarrass us. Do what you got to do.
Well,
Don't let him get it.
first of all, you got to remember though that if that's the case, you got those three. You guys play the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills. Those three teams defensively are in the like top 5 or top 10.
Yeah. So
So they're gonna
realistically, we
and
would
they're
need
tough.
to.
So they're gonna come after them. That's where it would scare me.
So
You know what I mean?
realistically, these next 2 weeks, Tyreek Hill needs to have 200 yards apiece. All right, let's get it.
Well, he needs that. He doesn't need to get the whole thing. It's just like if he everything you said, I agree with. The part that I'll just say there's some latitude is that it's not a lot of yards, right? Nobody's expecting you to zero him out.
That's
Would
true.
you agree? Is
Yeah.
that a fair statement, Big Philly?
Yeah.
You're not gonna come into the game saying I'm gonna zero Tariq. Yeah, you
Like how
got
we did to Scary Terry. No, it's not gonna happen.
it's not gonna happen with Tyree. I mean,
Not zero. You can
even when
limit him.
even when he dropped balls and had a bad game, he still had 60, 70 yards, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
I mean, kind of like you said earlier, Victor. All it takes is for him to catch a 2 yard little slant, and he's gonna run it.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So I think that's where the difference maker is. If he needs to have a big game against those big defenses, that's what's going to make it exciting. You understand? Now, I got another question for you, Big Philly. You gotta say something. I feel like I'm talking more than you should be talking.
I've been letting y'all, dude. I've been
Hey,
letting y'all
I'm
go,
enjoying the
bro.
conversation here, man. I'm enjoying the
Yeah,
cool.
dude.
conversation.
Hey, I'm
You
letting
gotta
y'all
tell
go,
me it's your
bro.
show. You gotta control. Someone talk too much on my show. I'm cutting them off.
Listen,
So
it's all right.
my question to you is this: if you're Tariq Hill, right? Now I'm gonna flip it on you. These are good questions. You made me think. You're Tariq Hill, and you're gonna break this record. Which team do you want to break it on?
Ooh.
Remember, you want
That's
to be
a
the
tough one.
best. That means you got to play
If I'm
against.
gonna break
In other
it,
words, that
if
means you got to play against the best defenses to get it.
if I'm gonna pick a team right now within our remaining 14 or 5 teams, I'm doing it on Baltimore.
Okay. What
I'm
about
doing
you?
it.
If you were
Baltimore's defense
Tariq,
is elite right now. I want to do it
Honestly,
on
same
Baltimore.
answer. Because my whole thing is, I don't want to have that, but with the 17th game being the reason.
no, not the 7. We already passed the 7.
I know. I'm just saying, if I am Tyreek Hill, I'm going, well, I want to get it by the end of the 16th game so everyone can, keep their mouth shut. So Baltimore. And Baltimore has a very, very stout defense, so I want to get it done on them.
If it was me,
You're going to say Buffalo, aren't you?
hell yeah. They were the second Brady left, Buffalo took over that conference. Right? And some still expected them to take over the conference. And then Miami put the pieces together. Buffalo spanked you. It's a conference team, right? They're in the top 5 of defenses. So whether it's Dallas, all the teams I mentioned you're playing are in the top 5. So they're all good. Baltimore is number 1, I think. And then Buffalo, then Dallas. Okay, or one or the other. So you either one, you're doing a good job. The reason why I say Buffalo, because in conference games mean a lot.
They do. They do. What
You
I
really dislike
personally,
those people, right? Like you don't play
oh,
Well, yeah,
Buffalo
I
all
was
the time.
actually going to say that.
You dislike them.
If let's say we win the next 4 out of 5, right, and the fifth game is the game that we lose, the Buffalo game, and let's say Buffalo misses the playoffs, all they're going to say is that we swept the whole offseason. Oh, but we swept you, but we swept you,
It's
but
like
we swept
well,
you.
no. But the question was whether you win. Let's hope you still win. And the question is Tyreek, because Tyreek
No,
wouldn't want to get
I
it
want
and
to
lose
fuck
it.
them up.
Listen to me. That's a different question. I would doubt Tyreek's going to want
I
to get the
want to
record
fuck
and lose to
them
Buffalo.
up, dude.
Would you agree, Mr. Marley? He wants to beat them and get the record. He wants.
you
I
know
want to
what? I
fuck
mean,
them up, dude.
I can respect that notion. I can respect that notion. And if I
If we
couldn't
get
get
the
it done
first round
by
bye, I don't
Baltimore,
care.
I would be, I would still be probably just as happy if I got it against Buffalo because I'm kind of a, I had to leave my in the moment mentality away a while back. I'm more long term in game type of guy,
Mhm.
which is why I love how Mike McDaniel's being with some of our injuries to kind of keep them, on the shelf versus burning them out.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I might get some flack for this, but if
So, but
kind of
it's a
like
seven.
before,
Okay, this
kind
is
of
the
like
same question
before,
I asked earlier, though. I didn't
kind of
realize
like
it
before,
was a
red
17th
pill,
game.
blue pill, red pill, blue pill, beating the Buffalo Bills and losing in the playoffs, losing to the Buffalo Bills, winning the Super Bowl. Talk about how you swept us. I don't care. Because at
No,
the end of the
I
day, we
agree.
went farther than you.
No, I didn't realize it was also 17th game. So my original question with Tyreek, what team would you want it against, also put you in a position of it's the 17th game. I didn't realize they were playing Buffalo. Shoot, you know me, I hate Dallas, so I hope he rocks it on Dallas.
I have a little bit of a confident. I am confident in the Dolphins beating the Cowboys with a fellow coworker. I'll word it like that.
Yeah. Well,
So I am
what's he averaging, Tyreek? Is it 150? What was he averaging?
it's
His average.
something like that. He only needs like 103, 106 yards per game to get the record. Hey Skywave, how you doing? Welcome in, Skywave. Shout out to Skywave Agency for bringing me on board. Much love to you, Sky.
He's averaging 123 yards a game.
123 yards. And how
And
many
he
total
only
yards?
needs like 103 or 106 per game
He's
to
at
get.
he's at 114. He's at 1,400 yards. Just under 1,500 yards.
So he needs 500 yards in
In
5
5 games.
games.
By the way,
Well, 100
world,
yards
this
in 5
is
games.
Sir Humphrey the Great.
Jeez.
He likes to come and say hi to me. I can never be in my chair without him popping in my lap.
Hey, how you
He
doing?
wanted to say hi. All right, here we go.
Man, I don't know, man. I might have to agree with Vic, bro. I might have to agree with Vic, though. There's something about Tyreek achieving
Nah,
that milestone against Buffalo, bro.
I'm gonna
I
throw
just
I'm gonna flip flop on you, Big Philly. I'm gonna change it,
don't do that to
right?
me.
I
I got it
got
in
to
my head
because
now, dog.
no, okay, but you can take it. I'm just saying based on realizing what game it was, right? And you got it clinched, right? You know, I want it done. If I was Tyreek, it really don't. First of all, if I was Tyreek, he's probably not thinking about that. He just wants to play. He wants to get the record, but he's focused on it. But he wants to win, right? So he wants to get as much as he can against these next two teams, and then when he comes up with Dallas, I think if he needs 500 yards. Hello, did I lose you guys?
No, I hear you.
Oh,
Phil, you there?
he needs 500 yards. So
Oh,
let's say If he could do it by game 16, I think you guys would be good. And that's who against who? The Ravens?
Yeah, by the end of the 16th game in the National Football League for us,
It would
Like
be the
I
Jerry
think it's
Ravens.
Jones.
like 110, 112 yards per game. Now we can hear you, Big Philly.
All right,
It's
cool.
the Raven. So your 16th game is the Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now thinking about where I'm going through and who I got to go against, if I I'd like getting it done in the Ravens would be freaking phenomenal. Then I don't really give a crap about the Bills. That would be me.
That's what I was trying to say earlier, but
Well,
yeah,
because I was in questioning on when timing in the game. I didn't add that element. I was just asking
right.
against which team of the three best defenses do you want to
I
play
went
against?
totally by timing. Yeah,
Right now, once you add timing into it, it changed because he doesn't want to look. They're going to be after him. It's a big thing. Them finishing the season winning. And just shit. If I get it done at 16, he may still go off on them in the first three catches.
right.
Hey,
Make
and
all three of them count.
another player too. Not a milestone, but back-to-back 1,000-yard receiving years. Jalen Waddle, 257
Yeah,
yards away from reaching 1,000 yards receiving on the season. So
that's pretty good.
that's
I
pretty
think you
good.
should. I think I should have used the more during the season.
Well, I mean, he got
Well, the thing is, we
targeted.
tried. He
Yeah.
kept dropping the ball. He's been a
Yeah,
little
he
under. He's
has.
been a
He
little
has.
underwhelming and a little annoying this year, but
He's been a little
I still love
waddly.
him. Yeah,
He's
the
had
waddle's been wobbly.
83. He's had 83 targets for 57 receiving yards. I mean, 57 receptions. So, I mean, it's not that he's not getting the ball because look, Tyreek has 40 more targets than him, which is a lot, but at the same time, it kind of isn't.
That's
It's 40 more targets, and he has 40 more receptions than Waddle.
makes a big difference.
It makes a big fucking
What's his
difference. Yeah.
average per catch?
His average per catch is 67. Well, 67 yards per game. Average is 13 yards per catch.
And what's
And
Waddle's?
I mean, no, I'm sorry. That's Waddle's. Tyreek is 16 yards. Well, about 15.9 to 16 yards per catch. Tyreek.
So they both
So
have
it's
the same amount of yardage per
basically it's like
catch.
3. Yeah, it's like 3. It's a 3-yard difference.
So
The average
those
of a 3-yard
40
difference.
targets makes a big difference.
Yeah, exactly.
That made a big difference because that means he would have been right even with
It's
him.
160 yards. No?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 160 yards.
yeah. Just what
That's
he
the
would have got.
difference of those 40 catches, 160 yards. So that's a lot of fucking catches. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of fucking catches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but but he's playing good now. He's playing good
He
now.
still had some drops last week, but it wasn't too bad. He had that one open drop right in his fucking hands, drove me
But
nuts.
you're playing him like a slot, no?
They play him everywhere.
Shoot, in the tight end position.
Yeah,
he's
dude,
getting,
they put
he's
him
getting, when he's
open
when
everywhere.
he's catching the ball, he's getting lit up. It's like the second receiver for Philly. I'm sorry,
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. He's getting lit up. He's doing a good season, but he's getting hit.
You know, something that Tyreek Hill said, kind of in an interview when he first got to Miami was, I don't like to get hit. I'd rather run out of bounds than get hit. So every time he catches a ball, I intently observe what he does. And sure as, like 99 out of 100 times, if he has the option to run east and west out of bounds versus an extra yard or two while going down to the ground, he's going to run out of bounds. But fine, you're approaching the NFL record. I don't care. Like whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
He's a
It's
little
just an
guy,
observation.
but he's a
He's a
little
small
guy,
guy,
dude.
yeah.
So why should he take those hits? You don't have to. I'm already putting numbers in your face. Do I need 2 more yards? How many times? How mad would you get if the guy gets his record, listens to your show, gets pissed off at what you just said, goes for the extra yard, and fumbles, and they lose?
Oh,
Okay,
That'd be fucking horrible.
That would be
Dude.
terrible. So
That is
give the
fucking
brother
terrible.
the extra
Terrible,
2 yards.
horrible.
He's about to give you 2,000.
Hey, Dave, what'd I just say? I just said I'm fine with it because
Oh,
we're
of
doing,
course it
you're
should
doing your
be.
thing.
But that's it. He's a little guy, man. Little guy. Shoot. Why take the hit if you don't need to, right?
No, I
And,
agree with it. I agree
right.
with it.
It's not. That's why running backs. They would. A lot of those guys were really injured tough early on because they were in that mentality and not running out. You know, and they get hit hard
Ooh, yeah, they can get hit real hard.
all the time. On every play, they're making a hit.
You're
You know what I
Vic.
mean?
Just to remember, just a refresher. You are a Giants fan, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's
Big
okay.
time.
You don't gotta say yeah. It's all right. So what do you think of them sticking with the Italian, over Danny Jones?
Tommy Cutlets.
So Tommy fucking Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets over Danny Jones. Why did you see? Why are they sticking him over Danny Jones? Where's that at? Yeah, he's over
Because
No,
they're
wait.
thinking the
Tyrod.
same
Yeah,
Tyrod.
it's
Jones.
over Tyrod Taylor.
It's Tyrod Taylor,
Oh,
dude,
Tyrod
not over
Taylor.
Daniel Jones.
Oh, because Danny Jones is out, right, for the year,
He's
right?
out
If I'm
for
not
the year.
mistaken.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I might have read a report that they were saying, do they stick with him next season?
Oh, I listen to me. If you ask me right now, right over Tyrod Taylor, I'm happy with keeping Tommy DeVito. You don't give him a shot. He's done well. He's did okay. They seem to be scoring. Something's happening. I don't know. Maybe he's getting the. I'll take it. Hey, would you take a Brock Purdy if you needed to get to where you needed to, regardless of who
Well,
you have? Right.
nobody knew
So,
Brock Purdy until
well,
Right.
you don't know that. You don't know DeVito either, right?
It's
And he's on
true.
a really
You have a
bad
point there.
team, and he's won 2 games. Right? And he's put up points. So it's not like he's done what he's supposed to do for a guy that's living with his mom, right? So it's sparking the team. He's a Jersey boy. He went to our equivalent of St. Thomas Aquinas, which is a powerhouse here in Fort Lauderdale, right? Okay.
Right.
He went to Don Bosco, which is a powerhouse in New Jersey. Okay. They actually play each other to make sure who's the best that year. Okay. And so I'd stick with him for the rest of the year. Now, if you're asking me, am I thinking about replacing him with Daniel Jones? That's, he's got to play really good ball for me to replace my $90 million quarterback. Because our offensive line is terrible, right? That field is terrible. Didn't you get an injured player on that field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jalen Phillips.
Oh, I don't
Jalen
want to
Jalen
talk
Phillips.
Phillips.
about JP
Okay.
15.
That's my point.
That broke my
That's
fiance's heart more than it broke my heart.
I'm just
That
saying
shit,
to you
man. I'm
that
gonna
they got
cry.
more worries than worrying about playing Tommy DeVito over Daniel Jones. I mean that's a no brainer. He's got to play lights out, right? Would you agree?
Hell yeah, he does. You would have to do a complete turnaround. What do you think is missing with the Giants, in your opinion? I know there's a lot, but if you can single out one thing that can make an immediate impact, what position would it be? An
Offensive
immediate
line.
impact. Okay.
Offensive line. That's it. Because Saquon's playing.
Saquon's balling, dude.
He's playing
Saquon is
on a
fucking
bad
balling,
team.
dude.
On a bad team. Our defense is starting to pick up, but they were disappointing all year. See, what I want to see is good football. If I'm not winning because the other team is good, they're beating me, that's fine. But what I saw this year, they didn't look like they had the energy. You know what I mean? It was just they were saying down. I don't know if Dable lost. Where's the spark? I didn't see it on both sides of the ball. We went into the season with the number one, rush defense, which is our nose tackle and defensive tackle, which we end up trading, right? And
Right.
did that look like it? They scored 77 points in the first 6 games.
If
You know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no.
So the line for me, NFC football, especially Giants when they win, this is how we play. We play big in the trenches football. and have a quarterback and move the ball. Don't make
It's true.
mistakes.
It's
That's what we have.
true.
I don't need a superstar quarterback. I always have good running backs, and I need a great defense, great offensive line. Everything else will fill itself up.
That's how Pittsburgh is another team like that. That's running that
Yeah,
way as
I
well.
love I love Tomlin,
Yeah.
but
So Pittsburgh was another team. So
I got a good
that
question
formula
for you.
works
That
for those teams up north. Huh?
yeah, exactly, because it's how you gotta play. It's cold. It's worse. The Redskins in October, dude. It starts getting cold. Number
Oh, yeah.
one, and number two is stay. You got to. They still believe in defenses, right? Strong defenses. Look what's carrying Kansas City, right? It's their defense,
True.
not their offense,
It's
right?
true. It's true.
Okay, because Patrick ain't playing well. They're not. Something's
No.
wrong there. You know what I mean?
Offensively, yeah.
Um,
I agree. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So something is definitely out there with the Giants. If you want me the truth, I think it's the GM, the ownership. There's just what's wrong with they're looking for. Like, what are they doing? Some of the fans keep driving my co-host Byron and I crazy when we trying to pick the next generational quarterback. Or we don't quarterback. Look at Burrows. He's phenomenal, but he's hurt again. That kid can't. It's not fair to him.
Hey, if I'm the Giants, I'm looking at that fucking backup.
Who?
I'm looking at that fucking
Oh,
backup
yeah.
for Cincinnati.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was one
Behind
game.
Burrow.
Oh yeah.
It
That's
was
a good
one
one.
game.
I didn't think about that.
Oh,
He's
It
been
was
boy.
one game. Let's see
wait a
how he
second.
But it's
does.
Jacksonville, dog.
But Dobbs is doing pretty well too.
Exactly.
Vegas for the Vikings. So look, this is what we talked about one time. Over the last couple of years, would you agree that the quarterback play, the second string quarterback play over the last several years has been really good? Right?
Yeah, just
Guys
not on
that
the
you would
Dolphins.
expect, Geno Smith. No, okay, well, the Dolphins. I understand. Well, we can stick to the Dolphins. I apologize. I usually do
No.
generalize. I'm just saying, right? Backup
don't have
quarterbacks have
bad
been playing
luck.
pretty good football, right? Just
Right.
globally in the league, just so you think about it. What's his name was a backup? Justin Herbert into the league as a backup. Okay, he was second string. Okay, and he shouldn't have been. I hate that coach Staley. All right, but so you see them coming in. Look at Geno Smith from Seattle, right? You're seeing some players that are coming in different positions, right? So then you see a Brock Purdy, right? Now you're seeing a Dobbs. You're seeing what's the gentleman's name? Parker from
It's
from Bengals. Is it Parker? JT something.
No, it's something else.
But he's playing good ball. Dobbs is playing good ball. So you're right. I didn't even think of that. I'm gonna bring that up tomorrow. I didn't even think of that. About look how good these are. They're second string quarterbacks and they're playing good ball. No, they're
really good ball.
Yeah,
Really
it's
good
impressive.
ball.
It's impressive.
So yeah, we got 6 minutes left here on the show. I'm gonna end it at 10.
Yeah.
Real quick, what do you got for score predictions? We'll do both Monday night games to honor your Giants because your Giants are playing the Packs. So what is your first? We'll start with Miami because obviously it's a spin talk, and then we'll do the Giants.
Sure.
What is your score prediction for Dolphins Titans?
Dolphins Titans. And where's it at?
in
Miami. We're down here in Miami Monday night. We're 5-0 by the way at home.
I know. I don't know. Against the Titans, I'll say 34. I don't know. 15. Dolphins.
Good score. That's a good score. 34-15. I can see that. Tyler, what you got?
28-17. We have to remember, the Titans do have some pretty sturdy boys in that defensive trench. that
Yeah, but
could
the thing is,
take
Simmons is
advantage.
out. Simmons is out though in the
I'm
trench.
still I'm staying with my convictions because I
I
do
got you.
think Henry will pop up some runs. But I do think we
Okay.
will win, but I do think it'll be a little closer than Victor's prediction. 28-17, Fins for the win.
I got 30. I got 31-3. 31-3. Miami. Score.
31-3.
I
Wow.
gave zero respect. He gave not even an inch of respect to the Titans, dude. Do
He
not
gave
let
three
it.
inches of respect.
You just gave them like locker room, like bulletin
31.
board.
31-3. Put that bitch on your bulletin board because that means somebody's watching my shit, motherfuckers.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Normally, I score really close and I score low, but you know what?
Yeah.
The past couple weeks, I haven't, and they've been blowing motherfuckers out the water. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to score, outscore
but
fucking
they're
31-3."
not
Like,
holding
watch.
a point. But they're not holding opponents to 3 points.
Well, I mean, they. All right.
Yeah,
Hypothetically,
I'm just saying to you, everything you said on the first side is right. But they're what's the average? 17. You guys are
well,
giving up
yeah,
points.
it's like 17 points. But you know what? I want to be
17
a
to
fucking
20,
dick.
20 some points. It's actually 21 or 22 points.
Didn't Tennessee lose to? I think it was they lost to Houston or it was Houston or Jackson. One of those teams, 31-3. I think they only put up 3 fucking points. It wouldn't be the first time they go scoreless in a game.
No, I know. I
So
was
that's
just going. I'm just going with the Dolphins average.
hey, no, hey, by all means, it's fine. But I'm gonna go 31-3. Fuck it, because I already stuck to it and I already said it. Giants, Packers. What you
Oh
got?
God, Packers are actually
That's a
playing pretty
tough one, man,
good.
because the Packers had a really good game last week.
Yeah,
They had a very impressive game on prime time. So it's gonna be a challenging game for your G-men.
I'll say 21, 17. The Packers.
You're gonna go Pack? Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. As a fan, to admit that, I respect that.
Well, I
That's a
love my
tough one.
Giants. They got to play. You got a kid. It's a stir game. You got to win another game. It's not easy to win in the NFL, right? I
No,
want to
not at
be.
all.
Listen, I want to be wrong, but I want to be objective. I can't be a homer, right? So I'd
Tyler,
rather
what you
just
got?
say, here's the guy.
That's honestly why I am going 27-21 Packers. I think you guys will be just
Okay.
down to the
Is it
wire.
is it in New York or in Lambeau?
That's good.
Is it if it's in the Meadowlands, if it's in MetLife, it's in MetLife. I'm gonna go 24-21.
Yes, it's in MetLife.
24-21 Giants to win it on a field goal in the fourth with no time left.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm
Give me
gonna
some good
I'm
karma.
gonna give them I'm gonna give them an upset. I'm gonna give
Now,
them a nice
can I
upset.
just tell you something? You know why? Even if I lost based on or I won in your scenario, but on your in Mr. Bossman and my scenario, it's still a win. Is because if we could keep putting up those points, that kid's doing pretty good
Yes, sir.
against
He's been valuable
NFL teams.
experience.
He's doing whatever he needs to do. You understand?
Yeah, 100%.
They were already losing. So that young brother come in and put up 21 points, like we're saying, 15, whatever. He's doing his job.
Yeah,
Now what's the
100%.
problem? Now what's the problem? Fix the line.
Hey,
All
man,
right, guy.
I want to
Hey,
thank you for coming up.
Can I
Go
let
ahead.
everybody know about our show? Our
Oh,
show
go
is
ahead, man. By all means, bro. Go ahead.
our
Go
show
right
is
ahead.
the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. It's brought to you by the Sportscast. It's our network. Tomorrow, that's Thursday, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. We talk NFC East, Giants. If there's a long talk about the Giants right now, what's happening there, and then we talk around the league. And depend, we have some guest hosts like Big Philly. I think he's coming on our show as well. And Mr.
Yeah,
Bossman,
come
you're
on,
always
yeah,
welcome.
we had some fun.
And
Oh, thank you.
and we talk about, and then we talk about like if a guest comes on, like you guys will talk about your team as well. So we try to keep it. And you'll laugh at my co-host Byron. He's a good man. He's never missed a show in 4 years. He is a true Iron Man. Jersey
I
Boy
missed
Sports House.
last
Hit
week.
us up Thursday 8 p.m. live, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Facebook,
Everywhere and anywhere. I'll drop the link there for y'all to see that to catch their show tomorrow night, guys. It's a great show, a lot of fun. You have an ex-NFL player on there too, right? For the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, that's my co-host,
right?
That's
Your
Byron
co-host.
Jones. He's a big brother. He's 6'6", 300 some pounds.
Yeah, retired NFL player there. So they have some good stuff there. A lot of old timers, but they love getting it down and have some fun with the NFC East. So I appreciate you coming up here, Victor.
Thank you.
As always, I'll catch your show tomorrow night. Send me the link so I can put on watch it on YouTube, and we'll talk soon. As always, Mr. Boss Man Tyler, I love you. Thank you for coming up. Unlike fucking
thanks for having me on the show,
Hulk Smasher. No, you're welcome, buddy. No, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I love your
It was
input.
nice to meet you, Victor, for sure, man.
You too, Mr.
Hope we
Boss
get to do it again.
I met you,
Sounds good.
You hurt my feelings with my Dolphins fan. Okay?
Sorry.
But I won't hold that against you because I did agree to some
Hey, but at least I was an upfront man. I told you what you were getting, and you've been shocked that I am objective. If my own team. you gave the Titans zero respect. You even had Tommy Cutlet scoring more than 3 points.
I haven't seen enough out of Will Levis. That's my thing, bro. I haven't, and I don't trust Daboll right now. I'm not Daboll. What's his face? The head coach for the Titans. I can't forget his fucking name.
Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel. I don't trust him. And again, if he was going to come out and run the ball 60% of the time, I would give them more. But because they're not going to result back to the old Titans that work. They're going to do this new shit that they're trying to do, and it's going to fuck everything up for them, as it has all season. So that's why I just gave him 3 points.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Thanks.
Hey, man. Thank you. Hey, guys. If y'all haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to their channel. And don't forget, like and subscribe to Miami Fan Talk. When we reach 500 subscribers, you would enter a chance to win a free Nick Needham autographed jersey verified by JSA. So make sure y'all go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to both podcasts. And don't forget, if you're on TikTok and you love your gaming needs, you need your gaming fix, go on over and check out Mr. fucking Boss Man 407 for all your gaming needs, guys. I love all y'all. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy your week, the rest of your week at least. And last but not least, fins up. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Gerardo.